All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. I'm starting a little bit early, and I just thought, Jason, I'm going to jinx everything because I didn't restart my router today. So we're going to see if maybe it works. So we shall see. It says 12 of you are in here. This is great. So Andrew Hobbert is here, Marcos Gamma, Sobig Scooter, Jason Brown. I hope my mic sounds okay. You guys let me know if it doesn't. Who else have I seen? Keith the Knife Freak. Keith is driving home and listening. Please don't look at your screen. Focus on driving. Trust me, I can tell you guys some things. I don't want to bring everything down, but I had some tragic news happen to somebody I know today because of a driving thing. Totally unexpected for the guy. Really good friend, not here anymore because somebody, driving a car improperly. So Mark Ratliff, welcome. Jason Brown. Anyway, I didn't mean to bring everything down there, but there you go. So how do I sound, guys? Michael Morgan is here. Welcome, Top Dog. We be live. I like it. Nice shirt. Thank you. Hi, Paul Bessemer. Hey, Duke. Sinister Knife Clips. Man, look at all these people jumping in here. Yeah, it was a really hard day, Top Dog. Guy I've worked with for a long time, and just a tragedy that didn't need to happen. So anyway, didn't mean to bring everything down, but it's been on my mind all day, and just reinforcing to my kids, when you're driving, it's you in the road. Pay attention. Now, this person was under the influence, so that's even worse than just looking at a cell phone, I guess, but that can be just as tragic. Mike K, welcome. Plains Crafter, welcome. Good to see you here. Yeah, I understand, Jason. I don't want to bring the whole thing down. It's just, trust me, at work today, counseling folks, trying to help folks through it. It's tough. This guy I've known forever, and when I heard this morning that it was him, it just tore me apart. So pretty bad stuff, but got this. Can come on here and have some fun. Going to talk to our buddy River from Sage Grouse Leather, if I can talk. Rick Kerans, welcome, buddy. And just it'll be a good time, and we're gonna have a good time. So and no, that's not just me trying to talk myself into it. We are gonna have a good time tonight. Trust me. I talked to River offline beforehand, and that guy is so cool. It is gonna be fun. So I wanted to start because I see so many. I always get upset because I see every time JB goes live at Big Red EDC or Zach, they always talk about their brigade members or their ZD or their Zach's Daily Carry crew members. And I don't ever mention mine because mine's Patreon. It's a separate thing. So I asked the members of my Patreon if they were okay with me mentioning some of the names. And again, guys, you can see the VIP Patreon patrons of my channel. And by the way, here's the link to my Patreon. I'm just going to put this up here. If anybody's interested in supporting the channel, this is where you do it. I don't, I understand, Jason. Thank you very much. I don't do channel memberships because I already had the Patreon before I was monetized, and I'm not going to switch it on people. I'm just not going to do it. Mark Herrera. So I got permission from, I have 12 patrons. I got permission from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 folks to mention them. As some of them just haven't answered me yet, one way or the other. Some preferred to be anonymous, and that's cool. I know some of you who preferred to be anonymous are in the chat. Thank you very much for supporting this channel. That's all I'm going to say. Mark Ratliff, big supporter of the channel. Rick Kerans, thank you, Rick. JB Big Red EDC. Chaz likes, oh shoot, Chaz like sharp. Oh, Chaz. Anyway, on Instagram, Chaz on Instagram. Nicholas Shires, Kev from Lefty EDC, Kyle from DTOM Knives and Gear, and Leo Callis in here in the chat. Plains Crafter, guys, those are the ones that allowed me to thank them here. And again, there's a few more that just haven't answered me yet. I very much wanted to thank those people. I've wanted to do that, but I keep forgetting to ask them. And then I'm in the middle. Hey, there's Ben. What's up, man? Ben Belkin is here. Welcome, welcome. I just really wanted to thank them. So I asked finally, and they're like, yeah, sure. So they're the ones, guys. Thank each and every one of you that support the channel. Look, here's the thing. When I'm done today and then into tomorrow, I'm going to have 3 boxes to ship. So that right there is going to be close to $25, maybe more than that. There's a lot of shipping. Hey, there's John, Grateful Panic. There's a lot of shipping. There's a lot of things that go into this. I do a giveaway every week, and I just want you guys to know that I appreciate. Look at this. So here I am talking, and then Jason Brown just drops it on me. Hey, Jason, I might do that, brother. Here's the thing. When you're a manager, your job is to be what you're trying to be for me, to all the people under me. And so that's what I spent my day doing. I work at a Christian university, so we prayed together. We talked together about Dan. I'm just going to use his first name. And, it was tough. So I appreciate it. I did have JB earlier today to chat back and forth with, and he encouraged me quite a bit. And, I know where Dan is. I feel confident, and I'm very, very happy to say that. So the reason I started early, guys, at about 8:15, River from Sage Grouse Leather is going to jump on here. And, oh, by the way, I just wanted to say one more thing about the Patreon. Again, people keep asking me. I'm not going to be switching to YouTube channel memberships. It's going to be Patreon. So if you want to support, you can either do it in the super chat here, like Jason just did. Thank you, Jason. Or you can do it over in the Todd Carr. Welcome, welcome. You can do it over in Patreon. And that's the way it's going to be. Yeah, Tim, Dan was like the funniest dude without being funny. He was very private. He was a very private person. He just really liked being to himself. But if you really got to know him, he was hilarious. We worked so many games together where he directed or I ran camera, or I directed or ran camera or whatever for 30 years, literally. And, it's tough, but you're right. Those memories are awesome. Who have I missed? I feel like I'm missing people. Forrest, welcome. Good to see you. Rusty, yay. Rusty's here. So we're going to get the pocket check out of the way a little bit early so that I have time when River comes on. And then I got a couple other things I want to talk about before he comes on. And we will go from there if that makes any sense. The one other thing I wanted to mention before we get pocket checks, guys, I'm just going to mention this at least once in every live stream and probably every video because I'm super excited, guys. If you want to check out White Mountain Knives, Justin is the boss, man. He is awesome. I mean, he sent me out that wee sear, which unfortunately is in a box upstairs getting shipped out tomorrow because I got it right before I went out of town. So I've had it for like 2.5 weeks. Hey, Winchester, welcome, welcome. You need to say hello to me even if you don't know whether or not I'm here. Okay, I'm sorry. Winchester is in the house. Thank you for being here. Greetings, Mr. GNVT from the hospital. Oh, no, man. David Iverson, welcome. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. G. That is not good. Whoa. Thank you so much, Planescrafter. Look, you already support me, man. I am so thankful for that. And I'm thankful for that super chat. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this anyway, Jason. I'll go back and try to find yours and put it on the screen. I forgot I'm on StreamYard, but thank you so much. You had a heart attack on Saturday. So are you stable? Just tell me that. You don't have to give all the details, man, but we'll be thinking about you and praying for you for sure. I hope all is good in that regard, man. I can't even imagine. I know a lot of you guys have had a lot of different things happen like that and super scary. So Grumpy Grunt is here. Welcome. We're going to go back up here because I want to make sure. There we go. Jason Brown, thank you so much for your super chat, brother. You guys don't even know. Your encouragement is awesome. Your support of the channel, good. Mr. G, I appreciate you letting me know, brother. That's scary, and I'm really sorry to hear that. Hopefully they'll get you straight and you'll be able to go back and get out of the hospital and get back to life as normal soon. Okay. Woo. Lots of water. So, yeah, Sobix apparently had that in December. Wow, man. Sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, I definitely have been trying to take care of myself and do all the right things, but you never know, man. You just never know. You're back. What did you miss? Nothing. I'm getting ready to do my pocket check, so we have time here. And we will go through it. So Andrew Hobbart's in the house. I don't think I verbally said hello to him. Nick Martino, welcome. Andrew provided this guy to the channel. Man, look, Andrew, I'm never going to be able to flip this thing without being crazy about this sound. I mean, this is the Wii Snex Mini Buster. I cut with this quite a bit already, and I am digging it. Now, Andrew hasn't used it a lot, and it has not touched, that has not touched up the sharpen on this one, but it is a beast. And this thing is gorgeous. I showed it to some people at work today, and they were like, whoa. It is just a beautiful, beautiful knife. I am really enjoying it. I feel good enough for a knife chat. I have 3 unopened knives sitting at home. That's the other thing we're going to try to do before River comes on, is I've got an unboxing. But have somebody bring them. No, they probably wouldn't let you bring them into the hospital. But anyway, I love this knife. I'm just telling you. Listen to this. Loving this knife. And the second one is equally as cool. This is the Grandy. And yes, Winchester, I got the name right. Hey, Leo the Lion. Leo Lion's Jewelry, welcome. I have an envelope from you to open here in just a moment. This is the Grandy. This will be given away on the channel, probably something to do with the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I am digging this knife. Now, here's the thing. I probably won't be able to do this on camera, but I have been able to, it's got that long pull, and I have been able to middle finger flick it with that. So let's see. Yeah, baby. This is great. The action on this is unbelievable. If I can do that twice successfully on my live stream, you know that is great. Love it, love it, love it. I have my awesome Winchester and Grateful Panic Olight. Guys, I am digging this. I've been using this. I haven't taken it out of my pocket since I got it. That blue is serious business. Let me just say, that is beautiful. Thank you, guys. I got my Parker Jotter here. I got my Gondak EDC Mandalorian, Hank. I love the Mandalorian. Hey, KC, if I send you a mug of with jugs, will you make an official super chat celebration thing? A mug? It depends on what you mean by that. Probably not, knowing you. This is my Victorinox SD Classic with the television color bars on it. You guys know I absolutely love the scissors. Matter of fact, if you watch my top 5 user knives coming out on Wednesday, you will see a appearance by this guy. So that's what's in the pocket today. I thought I already saw somebody say what they had in their pocket. So let me scroll up, but everybody else start typing and let's see what you got in the pocket. Ryan Gilbert, welcome. I got my first Urban EDC 5.5. Is that the one with the anchor on it with the brass scales? I bet it is. I thought I saw Rusty. Where are you, buddy? Spartan Blades Palace today. I love that knife. And that is a great one. All right, Kaiser Thumb Hole Sheepdog Buck 110 Leatherman Super Tool 300. You had nothing to do. Okay. Well, okay, then thank you, Winchester. I thought you did. When I talked to you last week, I thought you said you did, John. All right, John had nothing to do with it, apparently. I'm not going to use that mug if you said it to me, Winchester. I'm just telling you in advance. Do we have to go here again? Miguron Knives, Acri, I believe is how you pronounce that, Top Dog. It will hold your tea, but it looks like it dispenses milk. What is wrong with you people? Grizzly Ridge and Manly Wasp for Mark Herrera. Grizzly Ridge for Paul Bessemer. Very cool, John. I liked your carry as well, even though you were hollering at me. No, not totally. Man, there he goes jumping. Spider Coast Shaman and Rough Rider Black Widow Toothpick for Michael. Very cool. River's listening in, guys. River, Michael Morgan is one of our slip joint guys. So we'll talk some to him here in a minute. We have a lot of guys that actually dig slip joints. I'm going to put River up here in just a minute. Tactile Knife Company with the upgraded 20 CV. I held one of those at Blade Show, Tim, and I really dig that knife. A lot of guys were saying it kind of felt funny in the hand, but I really liked the way it felt. Neutron and O-Knife Sprint. Is that the, Andrew, is that the titanium one? Like carry Prolix and your Autism Awareness Tinker. Very good. Rick, I know you carry that a lot and for real reasons, man. That's awesome. TRM Adam. I mean, not the reasons, you know what I mean. Awesome that you carry it and bring attention to that cause. TRM Atom and Neutron 2 for Sobix. Splint. Oh, it's called the Splint. Okay. All right. Got it, Andrew. Thank you. Ryan McDermott has a ZT today. Which one? I don't know. All right. There it goes jumping. Daggone it. Daggone it. I don't want to miss any of you guys' carries here. All right. David Iverson has the 940 and the Rough Rider Reserve Razor. Ryan Gilbert has the Quiet Carry Waypoint and looks, oh man, I might have to put this up because it's hiding it. F5.5 on the way, very cool. Clipped my bug out to my boxers as soon as I got out of the shower. Okay, Jason, TMI, buddy, but thank you. Benchmade Griptilian in 20 CV and the UK PK, which is one I'm interested in S110V. Very cool, me with knives. Welcome. Jeff Carter, welcome. We got 34 in here already. Very cool. Let's see. Paper Tiger is here. Welcome. Cold Steel 4Max Leatherman Surge, Feldspar and SD Classic for Todd Carr. Very cool. Finch Takuna, Titanium Olight 5T. Wow. Gerber Armbar Slim Cut and Open Sea Hot Rack. I'm not sure what that is. Sounds cool. For Gorilla, thank you. Welcome, welcome. Bill Rivers, Para 3 Lightweight and SE5 since Friday. Okay, so are you on that? Bill, are you doing the week at a time thing like Rusty's doing? Okay. All right, John. You know I get confused, man. I thought you said you helped him out with it. I apologize. In my man, so thank you, Winchester, for the flashlight that John had nothing to do with. In my man cave with a pile of knives. Very cool, Forrest. I got to put this one up because for some reason it hides some of the comments. QSP Blue Titanium Penguin Channel Knife and Max Ace Babylon. Very cool, Lions. Very cool. Let's see. Me with Knives. Been in bed most of the day. Freak show. Somebody brought some sort of... Ew. Okay, so I hope that gets better soon, man. Bug Out and Hogue 6 Sour that you turned me on to. I don't have it here, but I love the K320, Mark. Love it, love it. My work sent me an iPhone 11 and it came with a cracked screen. That's not good, Rusty. Mini Adamus. Here's another one I got to put up. BitVault and Streamlight MicroStream. I don't understand why it hides some of them. Let's see. Jade, M4U Jimbo, 2 Tops, Street Scalpel, 2 Olight Warrior Mini in camo, and Leatherman Skeletal for Nick. Wow, very nice. All right, I have caught up. Very, very cool. So we're going to do River. Give me like 2 minutes here. I'm going to do two quick unboxings, and then we're going to stick you up here. So this first one comes, it's a envelope from Lions, who's in the chat. And this, guys, is what I thought it was. And we have a note here. I will check that out in a minute. Well, let me just read it just in case. And I cut it. Look at that. Very cool. Very cool. How did I do that? I cut it through the package. That's neat. All right. And so we've got all these Lions stickers. Check that out, guys. Really, really cool. Look at his sticker. That is awesome. Now the focus is going to go all wacky. These will go in swag bags. Very, very cool. Thank you, my friend, for that. And then the last one is a Knif. And this one comes by way of Screaming Pirate EDC Brad. And it is not his knife, though. This is Crazy Kevin's knife. Lefty EDC. This is his knife. Guys, this is one I'm very excited. So if you've been paying attention, you know that I am having a knife produced, the Tempest Knives Mach 51, and it is coming in the next month or so. The prototypes, man, we're way out of focus. The prototypes will be coming from our friends at QSP. Well, this knife is the EMP EDC Nimble from Kevin, and this is a titanium. And again, it's got the frag pattern. Mine's not going frag this time. This is from QSP. So I've been very excited. Oh, that drop. Wow. I have been very excited to check this one out. If you guys haven't noticed, QSP is really stepping up their game. And that's why I kind of went with them. I am very excited to get this one in hand. Just really cool. Check that out. All right, we're gonna put River up here so he can react to this knife. He's more of a traditional guy. Hey, man.
Hey there, Casey. What's up? Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Everybody say hi to River. And I'll let you know what they say. They'll probably say bad things to you at first because that's how some of these guys are. But I mean, look at that frag pattern. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that frag pattern is super cool. So that's milled titanium on both
Yes,
scales.
Sir.
That's super cool.
Totally just legit beautiful. Blade length on this one, that's a great. I do happen to have a ruler over here. So give me just a second. We're going to call this, with the sharpened area, it's 2.5, just under 2.5, because you have that choil up here. So it definitely shortens the blade quite a bit. But, it's worth it to have that choil, guys. So, but the thing is, it's a full handheld there either way. And I'm right up against the end of it when I go on the backed up grip. But still really cool. Keith the Knife Freak, welcome. Are you home yet, sir? I hope so. But their $30 penguin feels like, I agree, Andrew. They're really killing it. I have heard that the titanium, we've got several high rivers, evening rivers. Hey, River, very high grade. Well, that's somebody else. So we got lots of high rivers there. So
thanks, guys. What's up?
This is the EMP EDC Nimble, Rick. And again, this one will be in the pocket. Kevin is awesome to send this along. He just absolutely offered because he thought I would like to see it, knowing my knife is not far from being here as a prototype. He thought it would be a good one for me to check out. So, whoops, where'd you go? I took you off. Look at that. Okay, so this guy's River. And he and I got to talk this afternoon, so that was really cool. And so, River, why don't you just take a minute, forget your company for just a second, because we'll get there, but just tell everybody a little bit about you and kind of your interesting route into the EDC game and getting to where we are now. So,
yeah, sure. So I grew up in Montana, and I grew up fly fishing and bird hunting, and that's really kind of where my heart lies as far as EDC goes. I got into that game kind of late, probably not until I was about 20. I always had a pocket knife in my pocket, but I didn't really care necessarily what it was. And really, the first thing I got into was Spyderco's. And when it comes to modern lockers, that's still, if it doesn't have a round hole in the blade, one thing I really like about you, Casey, is you like a little bit of everything, and you can see the good in everything. For me, I only have so much time, so much bandwidth. If it doesn't have that round hole in the blade, I'm probably not going to mess with it. And if it doesn't have a lock back, or a back spring, whether it's a lock back or a slip joint, probably not interested. any knife that doesn't have tension on the blade just feels kind of dead to me. That's just kind of how I am.
Understood. And we were talking about this one today, the Grandy that I showed. It's got that really traditional look, but again, this one probably wouldn't be up your alley just because it's not it's not a lock back. It's not, and there's plenty of choices for you.
Yes.
This is what I say all the time. Okay. I don't have to like the same thing you like, and you don't have to like the same thing I like. There are so many choices out there. It's crazy. Even within the GEC knives that Ben has sent me, which Ben's in the chat. Even
What's
within
up,
those GEC knives, there's one that's got a pull that's like an 8, and there's one that's a 5. And some people, because for example, Kevin left EDC. He did the opening on the bullnose, and he's like, "Man, it's gonna break my fingernail off." Okay, well then that's not the knife for you. But there's plenty of others that are perfect for you, and they're all different, even within manufacturers. You said Spyderco, and I love quite a few Spydercos, but there are some Spydercos I don't necessarily dig. And by the way, while we're on the subject, Andrew sent me the Capara, and this is probably the most ridiculously sharp factory edge I've ever seen. There is no resistance, 0 resistance on this blade, and he has not touched it up. He has not messed with this. I mean, this is crazy. And this 20 CV is the steel. And so I will be getting one of these at some point, and this is a Spyderco I will have. And no, it doesn't have a back spring. It is a compression lock. But you're exactly right. My tastes are all over the place. But I will tell you, when I went to design my own knife, I knew exactly what it was going to be. I knew what size I wanted the first knife to be. I knew what materials I wanted it to be. I knew what shape of blade I wanted it to be. You can ask Ben about my opinions on blade shape. He'll definitely tell you. Go ahead, Ben. Type it out there. What's Casey's favorite blade shape? Anyway, but my point is, we all know what we like, but then my job as a reviewer takes me to things that I probably wouldn't normally consider. For example, I was talking about this one, the Snex Mini Buster. I've seen it, I've been interested in it, but until I got it in hand, it wasn't one that just literally jumped out at me. So I am all over the place because I see so many different knives, and that's really what it's about. DLT Trading has the Finch Devil's Finger. You mean this right here, Freak Show? You mean the Finch Devil's Finger? No, not that. And Finch also has this on their website now, guys. So check that out. Very, very cool. Let's see. We got somebody said something about bullnose. Now tell me, you're a traditional guy. What is the Bull Buster?
The Bull Buster is GEC's interpretation of the old Sod Buster, which is was a budget folder meant for sod busters, which is to say homesteaders, guys who were out busting the sod on the prairie.
So how is it different from the bullnose?
So the bullnose is a little bit smaller, maybe 3.5, 3 3/4 close, and the Bull Buster, I believe, is the big one, probably close to 4 inches close.
Gotcha, which makes sense because Rick likes big knives. He's got big hands, and he has made it very clear that he likes bigger knives. So let's go now to your company. All right, so you guys have seen me talking about. I've shown the card. I've had the unboxing. Sage Grouse leather, and I've kind of showed you can freeze this, guys, if you want. Well, not right now. Wait till we're over. But there's all Rivers info. Kind of tell us before I start putting stuff on the screen and showing what I've got over here. What is it that you do from your point of view?
So from my point of view, I make Western style leather for the traditional knife community. And that's what I wanted to do when I went public with my leather work. I've been doing leather work for probably over 12 years. And it wasn't only in the last couple of years that I I felt that I'd reached a point in my skill that I was it was worth it to bring it to the public. And really, it's just kind of my way of bringing something good to the community. I always carry my knives in a slip, and the reason is because my first GEC was a 48 Weasel. I got it in winter time, and it was 2018, 2019. Whenever the Weasels, last run of Weasels came out, they were still on dealer shelves. It doesn't exist anymore. Then I exited my truck, and the knife had slid out of my pocket as I was seated in the truck onto the knife seat onto the truck seat. And as I exited the truck, I knocked the knife out into the snow. And it was only by luck that I found it. So, traditional knives, they're highly buffed and polished. They're slippery.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, I need to put a stop to this. And I got online. I saw lots of people making knife slips. I hadn't really played with leather for a few years, but I said, well, I can do that. So I made one, and then I started embellishing and stamping. I got my start in leather, actually, in the vintage double gun world. Years back, I worked for a guy in Bozeman, Montana, who imports very fine English double-barrel shotguns. And what
you were talking about those double guns. That's really cool.
Yeah, so that's one of my passions, too, is upland bird hunting and double guns. But working for him, one of my responsibilities was restoring the cases that the guns come in. So they come in a case that the body is built of oak, usually, and oak and pine, and then lined with wool felt. It's a presentation case. You guys are all kind of probably familiar with what that looks like. And then wrapped in leather. And these cases are, 50, 90, 100, 120 years old. And England is humid. It's the worst place in the world for leather. So one of my jobs was to restore those cases. There was a saddle maker in town, a real saddle maker, and he was very generous with his time, and he would kind of, give me pointers about how to do leather work, and that's where I got started.
That's cool. Yeah. So it was learning by need, and then turning it into something you could use. That's very cool. Jason says he wants a knife seat in his vehicle, because you said knife seat. I like that one. And thank you, Keith, for putting up the link there. That is awesome. We'll go over that here in just a minute. We're going to go through some of it. So, guys, the link with me and River here began with Ben sending me, I think it was, the white American Jack. And it had this slip. And I'm like, Ben, what is this? And he's like, it's from this guy. And so then I started talking to this guy, and I was like, dude, I like your work. This is beautiful. And, one thing led to another. And here we are, close to my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And he offered me this crazy thing. So, guys, this is and I'm just going to unsnap it here. This is a packable Valet tray. By packable, it means you can flatten it out and pack it, and then take it wherever you're going to go, snap it back together, obviously, like you guys don't know how to snap things. Please don't read the chat. Please don't read the chat. Yeah, no, I'm okay. He can read the chat, but unfortunately, he can't see it very well because of this program. So that's good. You guys can say bad things about me and he won't see them. So this is incredible. So just so you know, this guy, knowing this was a giveaway for you guys, he let me pick out which one I wanted. He has, matter of fact, let's do this real quick. If I can get this right this time, we're going to go here. All right, I'm going to, I know Kevin does this and acts like it's like the easiest thing. And every time I try to share my screen, I screw it up. So if you guys go to Rivers, and here it is, Sage Grouse Leather. If you go to his Instagram page, and I know some of you don't have Instagram, so we'll go to another option here in a minute. You can see all the different patterns and different things. As a matter of fact, that's basically what he told me to do, was go on here and pick out, what Valet travel. Like, look at some of these guys. Just look at the colors. And then if you would, while I scroll through these, why don't you kind of describe, like you did to me earlier today, what are you doing to the leather to get these patterns?
Sure. So if you look at the Valet tray, there's two types of leather there, KC. The main body is made from an oil tanned leather. So it's very supple, very flexible. And if you look closely in the places that it bends, it actually kind of lightens in the creases. So it gives it this very beautiful aged look. The floor of the tray is a very different kind of leather. It's what's called a vegetable tanned leather. And what they mean by vegetable tanned actually is just it's tanned in oak bark. It's an ancient technology. It's been around forever. It takes about a year or 18 months to tan a piece of leather in a liquor of oak bark. But what you get is essentially bleached skin. If you'll scroll up, Casey, a little bit.
Yep.
To the one that's kind of raw and uncolored looking.
Where'd that one go? I'm at the top here, so I'll start going down.
But that's what unfinished leather looks like. It looks like bleached skin because that's what it is. Go up a little, Casey.
Back up the other way.
It's just kind of on the left-hand side. It's just kind of white and stamped.
Oh, this one. Gotcha.
Yeah, that one there. So that's kind of a good example of what the leather looks like just after I've stamped it. So vegetable tanned leather is very stiff. It has a very smooth surface, but it accepts water readily, unlike oil tanned leather. And like I was telling Casey earlier, vegetable tanned leather, I find it has properties of wood, clay, and fabric, sometimes all at the same time, sometimes different combinations of those materials during different stages of the process. So when I get a piece of leather, it's very stiff. I wet it down. I completely saturate it with water. And then I stamp it with steel stamps, most of which are made by a handful of old guys around the country who still make these stamps. So I stamp, and that compresses the leather. When the leather dries, it holds its form. All those stamp impressions are essentially indelible within the surface of the leather. So the one you're looking at now has been freshly stamped, and the next step would be to wait for it to dry, and then all of my coloration processes start.
That is so cool. So, guys, I don't know about you, but I was telling River earlier that I thought, this was like carved, but this is actually compressed. So he's stamping it with those patterns, which I just think is I mean, if you look, for example, at this slip, obviously he's painting it, but he's doing the different stamps, and it's just compressing the leather into that is so cool to me, into these shapes. Just so cool. And so is it the same thing on these slips, that it's two different pieces of leather? So this is one and then it's overlapped and then sewn in, or is this all one piece on this one?
Yeah, thanks. That's a good question. On the knife slips, it is only vegetable tanned leather. That is one piece of leather that is tooled and then folded in half and stitched.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so all the different colorations are achieved through. It's a long process. There's dyes, there's clear coats, there's paint, there's antique, more clear coats. It's a long process with multiple steps.
That's awesome. I saw you doing one of those processes in your, I think it was in your Instagram story last week, where you were rubbing in like a stain or something like that to give it, this dark complexion on the edges like that. And I thought that was really cool. So it kind of settles in, and then you rub it off on the other parts, and it settles in the other parts. That was really cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's called antique paste, and that's one of the very last stages of the coloration. The antique is, like I say, it's a paste. It's a very thick dye. So you rub it into the leather, into all the little stamp impressions, and then you wipe it off the surface. So it's left in the low spots, but wiped off of the high spots. And that's what gives you that illusion of depth. The depth of that leather it's a few thousandths of an inch, but with the coloration and the stamping, it looks like it's much deeper than it really is.
That's cool. And guys, some of the patterns Matter of fact, this one reminds me of your card. It's very, very familiar to the pattern that's on your card here, but just love it. It looks like it's Basketweave. That's super, super cool. And this is like a card wallet. That's really cool.
Yep, and it is Basketweave, and Basketweave is one of the very traditional Western leather stamps. And
Gotcha.
the reason it's so interesting is because it really is an optical illusion. It's a single piece of leather, but it really does trick your eye and makes you believe that it was perhaps woven from many pieces of leather. And that's what's interesting to me about a lot of this is the optical illusion that occurs with the patterns.
Yeah, that is super cool. And I saw Rusty, I was going to mention you. I was showing one of the, I can't remember which one it was now, but Rusty, who's in, there you go. Rusty says, saw your work on KnivesFAST channel on YouTube. Here, we're going to like that real quick.
So Rusty, if that's Rusty, I know, I've got a belt in the works for him. I'm kind of on vacation in Montana right now, but yeah. So any guys on here who have custom orders in the works right now, I thank you for being patient with me. I'm just having some family time in Montana right now.
Yeah,
I'll be back in the shop at the end of the week.
Let's show let's show the most important picture of the bunch here. If you guys can't figure out what he's doing in Montana, there's your clue.
So I went down to Wyoming and did a little sage grouse hunting with my dad, and we had a great time. And sage grouse, to me, they're the most interesting bird in the United States, and that's where I took the inspiration for the name of the project is from sage grouse. So for guys who don't know, this is a really interesting game bird in North America. It's the biggest upland game bird in the country. So the only things that are bigger would be a turkey. And, turkey hunting is different. It's really more like big game hunting or, geese or sandhill cranes. But in the upland world, sage grouse are the biggest. And it's a bird that lives only in the sagebrush biome. And is so specialized, so well adapted to that environment that during the winter, its diet consists entirely of sagebrush. So you might have a little sage in your kitchen, but you use it as an herb. But the sage grouse lives on that plant.
Very cool. All right, I got to stop and ask a question. Sobix, what in the world are you talking about? Apparently my lips are red. Okay. He wanted to know if you could match the red on my lips. I don't know what the crap he's talking about. It must be the lighting in here. Because I don't have anything on my lips other than whatever I ate for dinner. He thinks, what are you talking about, Winchester? No, I don't know what you're talking about. He thinks, okay. Don't worry about Winchester. He's kind of crazy, but good dude though. What questions do you guys have for River? And by the way, I saw some people saying they're not feeling the devil's finger. Here's the thing, guys. It doesn't matter. Again, there's people out there that are gonna buy it. This is a great knife. It obviously doesn't appeal to some of you, and that's okay. I dig a neutral handle and the shape of this blade. To me, that is probably the most aggressive spear point ever. I just absolutely dig the shape of that blade. So, but there we go. What's the name of your lipstick? Guys, what are you? Okay. Can I ban people from the chat, man? Do you think that's okay? We got him. That's hilarious. So this is going to go in the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I haven't decided what's going with it yet. I think I have. River and I were talking about it earlier today. There's going to be a knife with this as the main prize. It's 2,000 subscribers, so there's probably going to be 2 giveaway packs. This will be for the #1 winner, unless they don't want it for some reason, which would be weird. This will go to the #1 winner, and then there'll probably just be a knife for the #2 winner. Apparently my lips look red. Okay, cool. I did kiss my wife before I came down here, so that's cool. I'm gonna stop looking at you guys now. So maybe it's matching the devil's finger, guys. That's probably what it is. All right, you bunch of smart Alex. So what questions do you have guys, for River, while you're thinking of those questions, I'm going to go to one more place here, if I can actually make this share work. So if you guys, first of all, he just said he's on vacation, but he will do custom work, okay? The second part of this is that he's actually got recently some of his work. Now, there's not that much left, but some of his work on traditionalpocketknives.com, he sent, matter of fact, if you looked, I showed briefly a stack of stuff that he sent off to C. Reisner Cutlery or Traditional Pocket Knives. And this is what's left in stock over there. So this is on Traditional Pocket Knives. We've got a slip, a smaller slip, it looks like, larger. Tell me about these two on the left here with the oil derrick there. Tell me a little bit about those.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite slips I made, and I definitely want to talk about those. But if it's okay, Casey, let me kind of introduce the whole format of what's going on with acquiring my work right now. So I started just on Instagram, and I just do things mainly on kind of a one-off basis, like commission, custom basis. People will say, hey, I like this. Can I have that? Or can I have it a little bit like this? I did send a drop of things to traditionalpocketknives.com, C. Reisner Cutlery. That's Austin. Great guy. I really think he's one of the best GEC dealers around right now. Check him out. He's very fair. He's very active in the community.
And he's coming out with his own knife,
that's right,
Ohio River Jack.
Yep.
Yeah, very excited about that one. I've been talking to Austin about that one. Very cool looking design.
So when I started with this, one of the most important things to me is a very tight custom fit for whatever the knife is. So whether it's a GEC 77, 78, 73, 44, 15, 23, 46, whatever it is, I designed the slip to match that knife exactly.
Very cool.
Now, Austin has a very good leather worker that does his kind of more plain slips, and he's been very successful with those, and people are very used to those. They know what knives are going to fit and what won't. So when I did my drop for Austin, I tried to match his sizes, which are a little more generic, extra small, small, and large.
Gotcha.
So I did make those sizes for him. So right now, the outlet for getting my work would be find me on Instagram, or you can email me, and Casey will have that.
Yep.
I have a handful of slips left from the drop at Austin's place, traditionalpocketknives.com, and I'm going to be launching my own website soon. It's in the works. I'm hoping it'll be up by the end of the month.
Cool.
So I can do custom work. I can do more general work. I'm doing the Valet trays, which are kind of a more universal appeal. So as for those slips on the left that you wanted to see, those were some slips that I did particularly for the Great Eastern Cutlery 38 English Whittler. So for GEC heads out there, you'll know that the Northfield and Jigged Bone, the tube art featured a really cool coat of arms with an English cross and an oil derrick, which of course is really important to Titusville history. It was the first place in the U.S. that petroleum was drilled in any quantity, and did an importation. For me, the biggest thing about slip joint knives is the history. That's the coolest thing about it, and I just really wanted to honor that aspect of Great Eastern.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And I tell you what, I'm going to stop you for a second. We're going to answer a couple of these questions before they get too far past, and I can't get them. So Jason Brown wants to know, what brands or patterns are your favorite traditional knives? And I think we're going to hear GEC, but go ahead. What?
Okay, thanks, Jason. I mean, this is like what I live for and why I do this stuff. So, like I say, I started out as a Spyderco guy, and my grandpa is a case guy, and he would all say, "Oh, look at this old case, look at this cool knife." And me, as hip, young Spyderco guy, I always thought, "Geez, these old knives, they're crazy, they're silly, they're so outdated." And I can't tell you when exactly it was that I kind of saw the light on traditional knives, but I can really tell you what really got me into it was Rob Bixby, Apostle P, on YouTube.
Okay.
If you guys go and find his traditional pocket knives anthology that he does about Great Eastern, Queen, and Case, it's amazing. He does these in conjunction with probably the most prolific GEC collector in the country, very knowledgeable collector. And he talks about why are the patterns shaped the way they are? Why is a stockman a stockman? Why is a trapper a trapper? So for me, kind of what this is, you know, there's a different flavor. There's a different pattern of traditional pocket knife for every kind of guy. You know, are you a business tycoon? Are you a cattle rancher? Are you a mountain man? So for me, my favorite patterns are trappers. That's what I like. I like
That's cool.
23s and 73s. Give me, give me a bear trap spring. I love it. Break my fingernails. I love it. I love a 23. A 73 is what I carry daily. Lately, I've been carrying the Smoky Mountain Remington.
That answers the next question.
Yeah,
Forrest wanted to know what you're.
I'm a trapper guy.
Okay, so show that one again. Let's see it.
So this is
okay. That's I saw that
for it with the classic green Remington R, and this is Great Eastern Cutlery's 73. You know, if you guys read about traditional pocket lives, there's a lot of contract work that goes on. Names get sold and traded. So after World War I, Remington, all the arms contracts of the government dried up. So they started making knives, and they made some of the best knives that were ever made. Two of their famous patterns were the 1123 and the 1173, the big trapper and the little trapper. And when Bill Howard started GEC, those were the first patterns he made. He brought back the best knives that were ever made in America, the Remington trappers. So that would be the GEC 23 and 73.
All right, let's see. I'm ignoring some of these questions that don't make any sense, so we're gonna do that. All right. Love you, Winchester. Love you, John. I love. Apparently, there's a steel that spells out to say idiot. Thank you. How do you prevent the leather from staining knife covers, scales, so on and so forth? How do you keep it from bleeding off in your pocket, on your knife, whatever?
Okay. So there's two questions here. I'm not sure which one Winchester is asking specifically, but I'm going to answer both. One is, the leather staining the knife scales. So here's the slip. It's dyed on the outside. If you look inside, the interior is not dyed. So there will be no stain bleeding onto the knife scales. I seal the leather before it goes out the door. I seal the dye and then I oil the leather. I haven't had any problems with the dye bleeding onto my clothing. Could it happen? I don't know. If you're sopping wet, maybe. Maybe. Now, the other question here is there is some kind of chemical reaction that occurs between leather, moisture, and brass. If you have a very old case knife, maybe that's been in a leather sheath for, decades in the back of Grandpa's drawer, there is kind of a green tarnish that develops between the brass and the leather. Strictly speaking, gun guys know this. Leather is not for long-term storage, right? You don't keep your pistol in a holster for 30 years. The holster is only to carry the pistol daily. So,
understood.
Make your own choices.
Well, hopefully that answered his question. We got another one here. Rick, I bet you thought I passed over you, man, and I did for a second. So have you ever done snakeskin insert with conchos and or fringe?
I like conchos.
He's smiling at that one, Rick. He's smiling.
I like conchos. I like fringe. I've never done snakeskin inlay. Main reason is just because I'm interested in stamping, carving. That's what I do. There are other guys that will probably do an inlay for you. I will tell you though, I don't know if it's handy for you to bring it up, KC, but I do actually have a stamp that is a snake scale, and I've done some very cool stamp slips that have a snake.
Is that on your Instagram?
Pattern. Yeah, somewhere on there is one. We could find it. I don't have one handy right now, but I can't stamp.
I'll look in just a minute, but let me make sure I don't miss any of these questions.
I'd love to just roll through these and take all the questions. This is the funnest part about this, I think.
Winchester, you're crazy, man. Let's see. And Chad, I think Chad is taking umbrage with your comment about best knives made in America here. That's kind of what I'm that's kind of what I'm getting out of that, Chad. Is that where we're going here?
Well, okay, maybe what I should say is that the Remington knives made between World War I and between World War II are amongst collectors the most highly prized. Maybe what I should say is not the best knives, but the most significant knives for traditional knife guys. That's what
yeah. There you
Thank you, Chad.
Yep. And you got a compliment on your Remington slip there.
Thank you.
Very, very cool. All right, hold on. I'm coming down. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, River, I need a custom slip for my case Mako. Have you ever done one of them?
I haven't done one yet, but I do have a K-bar. I can't remember what the model is, but it's the K-bar interpretation of the Buck 110, and the Mako, of course, is the case interpretation of the Buck 110. I've always thought about it. To me, this is kind of like, probably a belt sheath folder. But yeah, if you want to get on my Instagram, message me. We can definitely do it.
So let me hold this up real quick, guys.
Email.
Here's his info again. Let's see. There we go. River. I believe it's Lovick. Is that right?
Yep.
At gmail.com is his email. You can send him an email, or you can send him. Trust me, he answers Instagram DMs as well, which is sage_grouse_leather on Instagram, and there's all you need to know right there. So I'll put that back up at the end. Inner City Pigeon, he's more of a leather guy than this, but I'll try to answer this. It depends. So you're saying natural micarta. Gosh, I would think, and River, if you know any of this, chime in, but I mean, I would think you would just go for, again, a really synthetic RIT dye, just like you would for anything else, and try to get the deepest purple color you can get. I don't know if you're familiar with dyeing scales at all, River. Probably not. But
I've dyed G10 before. I wasn't happy with it. Honestly,
I've never done my card. I've only done G10. So
yeah.
Sorry, we're not the right guys.
Yeah.
I don't have any white jeans, Winchester. I saw that. Okay, I think I skipped some questions. Okay, and Winchester answering back to your answer to his question.
Thank you.
Very, very cool. Awesome. Guys, I'm just scouring, make sure I'm not. Does RIT dye work on my card? Michael, I think it does. I think I've seen people do it, man. Maybe I'll try to do some research this week and see if I can find that out. Let's see. Dude, I bet he could make a killer case for a Buck 110. I bet he really could. Have you done one of those, River?
No, like I say, I have the K-bar interpretation of the Buck 110. It's just one of the knives that I haven't gotten around to making a case for, but totally doable. There's a lot of guys who do kind of, they put a brass pin in and the knife kind of sits in the case partly open. So they do a one-handed draw and the knife comes out open like a like a fixed blade. I've always wanted to do one of those for a 110 or a 110 clone.
Gotcha. We're still back at the dye leaking thing here. The dye is sealed against sweaty pockets or light moisture from weather.
Yeah. Look, the answer is yes. The dye is sealed, but the other answer, and I kind of hate to be this way because the world that we live in now is that everyone expects everything to be absolutely perfect and to be completely indelible, but leather is from a different age. Leather does not like water. Leather should not be wet. Dye can bleed. Leather is leather. That's what I'll say about that. The dye is quite good. I seal it. If you jump into the swimming pool with a leather good, I'm sorry, but it's probably ruined. And that's
not going to help.
Leather. If it wasn't leather, it would be Kydex, right?
Yep. So I totally agree. All right. We got I don't know, leather advice here. This is not really on your craft, but he says his dad's old knives, the leather, I don't know what's good for leather care in this particular situation. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know exactly what you mean by moldy. Has it been exposed to water Are we just talking from a knife being in it, like he was saying with the green, reaction to the brass? Why don't you give us a little more info and we'll see what we can do, unless you have something specific, River. I don't.
And if I'm not like a leather master, but if people
Right.
if he wants to send me like a picture of what's going on, I'm happy to tell him at least what I know for sure.
And Keith, thanks so much for continuing to put the links up, guys. Keith, if you would, when you get a chance, his email address is river, river.lovec@gmail.com. If you can stick that up for me as well, because a lot of people are obviously wanting to contact River, and that is good.
Thank you.
I see that, Winchester. I'm going to keep going. Let's see. My dad has one of the quick open 110 sheath. They are pretty cool.
Awesome.
I don't think I've seen that one. I have the one with the big snap on my 110, and then I have a Buck Light, which is actually has Velcro, which is weird. Synthetic Rit with heat and vinegar. Yeah, I don't know. Again, Inner City Pigeon, I'm giving you bad advice here because I've never dyed micarta, but I will tell you the vinegar is the way to go with the synthetic Rit to get vibrant colors. I do know that. I'm just not sure about the micarta. I'm not. Yeah, leather conditioning like what Lancelot makes. I don't know what you're referring to there. Is it, you're saying to clean up the mold, Rusty? Is that what we're talking about here? If it is, that sounds like a good idea, my friend. Yeah. I mean, probably just something to clean it up and get that off of there. But yeah, if you want to send River a picture, hopefully he can help you. All right. What other questions you guys have, guys? We're drying up on questions. That's not good. So I wanted to thank you for sending this thing along. I mean, again, the pictures don't do it justice, guys. When you see this in person, I mean, I've sat here and studied it. And to be honest with you guys, I don't want to give this to you. I want to take it up to my bedroom and put my stuff in it. So I will probably be buying one of these from you, River. And then I've been looking for a daggone 86. And if I get an 86, I'm going to get a slip from you. But the likelihood of me finding and securing an 86 is about that much. So, hey, C. Lemansky, welcome. Yeah, I would agree, Winchester. Hey, Pigeon, check out OCD for EDC. If you want to go check him, out, he will probably be able to answer the question about the micarta dying a whole lot better than me. He does that stuff all the time. Yeah, to treat the old leather, Rusty. I got you, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, that Valet. I mean, it's sick. It's just my wife wanted to steal it too. It's beautiful. And again, here's the thing. This is the kind of thing. Like if I say to you, some of you guys in the chat, I have Western cowboy boots. Some of you are going to go, I'd never wear those. But to me, even though this is Western, this is something that I think everyone would want. I mean, this to me. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I could say one thing about that, if you can bring up my Instagram one more time, Casey.
Will do.
I'll show you something that's not Western at all. It's actually very different, but it uses the very same stamps, but I did something a little different with it.
All right, you're going to have to give me a second because I am really bad at this. So, Sage Grouse.
And so one of the things about the stamps is they're kind of timeless and they kind of go across cultures. So if you go down, it's on the left. Go up a little bit.
The hat? Okay, go back up.
2 above the hat.
2 above the hat.
There's the big whaler.
So the hat
there's a 46 whaler. Maybe 3 above the hat.
This guy.
46 whaler.
Oh, that thing is crazy
pull that
looking.
One up.
That is a big. It's a big whaler, man. That thing is crazy looking.
Yeah, so
I like that.
So for me, this one is kind of like this is a tiki theme, like tiki cocktails, South Sea Islands. So the skulls are there, the basket weave is there, but the funky colors and the wood grain is there too. So
Yeah.
it's Western, but I do a lot of other things too.
No, and I know that, and I wasn't saying anything about your style. More, I was just saying whether you like Western or not.
Right.
To me, this doesn't even, as
It
a
goes
guy who's
beyond
not
that.
right. Even the Western ones aren't so Western that they're like something that most people wouldn't want. Forrest, the answer to your question is, if you win the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, I will gladly send it to you. How's that? Do we have a deal? Because that's how it's going to work. Let's see. Buy a dinner first. Okay, you guys are nuts. I skipped a bunch. I want one. I want one too. So there you have the information. Go buy one, David. No, I just messed with. David has some of the best. All these guys over here have some really cool stuff in their collections as far as, EDC gear and leather slips, and it's just, these guys are crazy. Let's see. You tried to email. Oh, I'm sorry, Inner City Pigeon. I don't know how to help you with that one. Let's see. I'm looking for more questions. The email address, Keith, is river.lovec, Lovec, @gmail.com. river.lovec@gmail.com. If you want to throw that in there a couple times for me, that would be great. All right, Plimpote, welcome. Thank you, guys. Mold on leather usually involves vinegar or bleach in water and soaking to remove the mold, then air drying and working in coats of leather conditioner. All right, take Todd's word for it, guys, because I don't know.
I would go easy. Go easy. Vinegar is a good recommendation, but I'd just kind of think of it as a surface thing.
Right, maybe use an old toothbrush and sort of just take a little bit of it. Yep. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love my cowboy boots, Jason. I'll take all the flack in the world for it. It's okay. I love my cowboy boots. I need a couple more knives for my collection. Don't we all? Have you made a slip with a pocket clip, says Keith?
I haven't yet. There's been some interest in that. Very casual interest. No one that's really committed and said they want it. Someone says they want it, I'll do it. It can be done, I'll do it. I haven't done it because no one's wanted it yet. And that's not how I carry my own knives. And really this started as something for me, and then other people wanted it too. If you want it, I'll make it. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the mark of a craftsman. They try things that maybe they haven't done before, but give it a shot. I mean, if you look at the creativity in a lot of what he's doing, I'm sure you're sitting down one day and you're going, I don't know, let's do something different, like the tiki one. It's like, let's try some stuff, Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the new things I do really come from customers who say, like one of my really good patrons in Florida, he wanted a notebook cover for his wife. Never done anything like that, but I did it. I'm going to do a belt for Rusty. That's going to be my first belt. I've done a lot of things that I wouldn't have thought to do myself. And I mean, like I say, I'm really just kind of starting on this whole leather journey. And what really kind of breaks me out of my box is when people ask for something that I've never done before. Those are always my favorite projects. So if there's something that you don't see on my page, talk to me about it. And
here's one right here that I bet you haven't done.
If I can do it, I'll do it. If I can't do it, I'll just tell you I can't do it.
Here's one right here you probably haven't done.
Nail
Have you made
No, but I could.
You could very much. That's hilarious. Okay, here we go. Here's a deep one. In your opinion, what are some of the best production slippies? I think he's going to say GEC again, guys. Come on.
Right now, to me, it's GEC. Case is good. They're good. I don't know. Old cases are amazing. They're beautiful. A new GEC is like what an old case used to be. If you can't get a new production GEC, then go onto eBay and look for Queens or Schott and Morgans. they were made under Bill Howard. Is usually they are nearly as good, if just as a GEC.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have enjoyed. I've now seen 8 GEC knives from Ben, and I have enjoyed every one of them. I've seen cases in the past. I've seen bucks. I've seen, well, I mean, River knows, guys. This is the nicest slip joint I own right here, ladies and gentlemen. Is the Rough Rider micarta work knife, which is the nicest slip I own. So
let me say too about those Rough Riders. Lots of them are junk, but the sway back patterns seem to be an exception. The coal miners, the half hawks, that's a GEC Viper clone, which is just an old sway back clone. But yes, those are, if you want an accessible entry point to the slip joint world, the good Rough Riders are a good place to start.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. And the newer, the triple R's, the Rough Rider Reserves are looking pretty sweet as well. So very, very much so. Well, yes and no. But
well,
there you go.
They're novel designs. GECs are all
I don't disagree.
New production traditional designs. The Rough Riders are, they came out of somebody's brain. And that's one thing. If I don't know if Ben is still around, but Ben Belkin of Jack Wolf Knives, I'm very excited to see his knives come to light. And the reason is that he's doing modern techniques of traditional patterns: the gun stocks, the jacks, the lannies, the swaybacks, the eurekas. These are patterns that work. They're made the way they are because they work.
Agree.
They fit in the human hand. And that's what's so cool about his project. And I definitely encourage people to look at his stuff as well.
Yeah, I agree. Oops. Let's see. Oh, Michael Morgan says he has a 1984 SMKW Stag toothpick made by Queen Inbound.
Awesome.
Very cool. I saw another question up here. Where did it go? Oh, no, just Jason saying Shat and Morgan and Queen knives are amazing.
Yep.
I knew I saw something else up there. Guys, smash that like button. Thank you, Top Dog. I appreciate it. Has River seen a Parker Edwards knife?
I haven't dropped into the custom world yet.
Okay.
The prices on GEC are getting to the point that it's almost custom anyway. So I'll get there, but I haven't yet.
Gotcha. Favorite blade steel?
I'm not a steel nerd. Sorry. 1095. It works okay for me. It worked. Carbon steels work for the old timers. They're good enough for me. I keep a strop, close by, and it's fine.
There you
I'm
go.
not a steel nerd. There
you go. I used to. I think you must have a Chudley. Hurricane ex-wife took care of that for me. I have 2 Rough Riders now. Oh, that's not good. Let's see. Hollywood says he loves Rough Rider. Yeah, I mean, again, this is the point of what you guys hear me say over and over, which is why I'm gonna say this at the risk of picking on one of my best friends in the community, Kevin. I have things that I like. Okay, I will be honest, guys. There's a knife on the table right here, right now that I would never own. This little Kai V from Civivi, I would never buy this. Okay, this is tiny. It is not up my alley. I don't like double detent knives that much. Not my thing. But I know darn well that there's a bunch of you out there that will probably love this knife. So I tried very hard in my reviews, especially, not to sit here and bash on knives that I know you guys are going to like. It's just like this. We were talking about this guy. Some of you are going to hate this knife. I absolutely love this knife. It speaks to me. It fits my hand well. It is a great worker knife for me. And that's, everybody's going to have a different opinion of each kind of knife. So I try very, very hard not to say things like, I would never buy that knife. That knife stinks, whatever it is. because there's plenty of things out there for everyone. It's my opinion. So there you go. David Iverson, me neither. Yeah, I hear you. I just, and if you see David's collection, guys, David's all over the place. David's just like me. Except he's got more slip joints than I do. Same thing with a lot of these guys over here in the chat. So I think, I think you're exactly right over there. So we're kind of going a little long. If you guys have a couple more questions, River, if you don't mind, we'll try a couple more here, and then I'm probably going to move
questions.
Probably going to move on to a giveaway here in a couple minutes, and get that done. Let's see. I also love GEC knives. I've been able to get the Tucson TS 90. That is, he sent me this slip joint. It is a milled titanium and M390 slip joint by Tucson. It is so well done. Really, really cool. I agree, Brandon. If you guys don't take my reviews as an opinion, then you shouldn't. I don't know why you watch them, because that's exactly what it is. Matter of fact, you guys know JB and I like a lot, Big Red EDC and I like a lot of the same knives. And the funny thing is, I'll review a knife sometime and I'll say, I don't like this or this. And he'll review it and go, I love it. I don't see that problem. It's because we're all different. And that's why I always say you should watch 2 or 3 reviews before you decide whether to buy a knife. Let's see. Inner City Pigeon, do you make leather strops?
I mean, not formally. I use them myself. You can make a leather strop. Believe me, it's easy. Buy a belt, maybe go to the thrift store, buy an old belt, and then get on Amazon and search polishing compound. Usually it's kind of in like 3 grits. There's like a red and a white and a green. Buy that, you're done. You've got your strop. You can do it yourself.
Yeah,
I promise
that's very
you can do
cool.
it yourself.
Yeah, it's just rough leather that you're filling with a compound,
Yep,
and
that's
it's
it.
not. Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, yeah, I would never do it, but I could use the back of this.
You could. You absolutely could. Yep.
I'm not going to do it because I'm going to give it away.
Right.
Don't do that. Yeah, Todd, he said this a minute ago. He's very interested in Jack Wolf's knives.
Yes, very interested.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that.
I don't think Ben's here anymore, but he came in and said hello earlier. Blue Collar Survival, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. I strop at work with welding gloves. Very cool, Jason. Yep. If it works, then that works, man. Let's see. I carry a traditional and a modern every day. Very cool.
Yep, that's what I do too. I have a traditional in my left pocket and a modern folder on my strong side. That's what I do too.
Yeah, JN says, I've even made strops and he doesn't know crap about leather. So that's cool. Yeah, strops are pretty simple. If you can buy one for $20 on Amazon, it must be pretty simple. All right. So I just want to, one more time, I'm going to come over, if I can not screw this up, which I probably will. I'm going to go one more time because we never got to finish this because I jumped off. I didn't want to miss people's questions. So I'm going to come back over here to C. Reisner, to traditional pocket slips. So you were to traditional pocket knives. Wow. You were talking about these two that are obviously 2 different sizes here on the left side. And then we've got some others on here. Anything you want to specifically point out that's on their side here?
Yeah, there's not much left of my stuff there, and all the things on that page are not mine. There's one of those from the in-house low tide leather, which is very good. I think there's a Great Eastern made one for the beer and sausage knife. So
yeah, I see
there's
that
a couple
there.
of mine there. If guys have GEC H20s, they were in bad need of a sheath or a slip. They didn't come with one from the factory, so I have those there. There is going to be another drop at traditionalpocketknives.com. When? I don't know. When I finish making it. But, if people have specific things, really reach out to me. That's my bread and butter is custom orders for guys who know exactly what they need. or, if you have a knife, you need it for, but you don't know exactly maybe which stamp pattern you want. I can accommodate all that stuff. So really just get in touch, guys. And I just like talking knives and, making cool stuff. That's what I'm all about.
That's awesome. And if you guys do want to, let's see, I'm going to stop sharing and then I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to share. And your camera's getting kind of dark there. Let's see if I go back over
down
here. Is that what it is? I just wanted to point out, guys, again, go check out his Instagram. First of all, you asked what knives he likes. If you go to his Instagram, you definitely get a look at, for example, some of River's knives. There you go. Very, very cool. Very cool. I love the different sizes of everything. And there you get a look at the GEC fixed blade he was talking about right here. Very cool. But yeah, I mean, if you have questions about what he offers already, you can definitely find different things that have been done. Matter of fact, I know a lot of you guys carry the what are they called? Nipex the pliers. I've seen he's got the sheath, he's made one for that. Check that out.
Yeah, I'm a long time KnivesFAST guy, so I'm well acquainted with them. I have almost all the sizes in my collection. And if someone wants one for a size I don't have, well, that's a great excuse for me to buy one.
So yeah, and that whaler is, like you said, that thing is huge. Really, really cool. So there, if I know a lot of you guys don't have Instagram, and you'll be sure to tell me that in a moment. But you can still go search him and go to Instagram and look. You don't have to be logged into Instagram to say it. All right, all right. So Winchester says this is a real question. So we're going to let you answer his real question.
Yeah, the answer is yes. The floozies, as I call them, the kind of Western saloon pinup girls. Those I made for GEC 85 bullet ends with the corset shield, which was a very special SFO for DLT knives. 3 guys very generously lent me their 85 so I could complete that project. That was a project I had kicking around in my head for a long time. Check those out. I don't know if Casey, if you can pull those up. You've been working hard on that, but
okay.
It is.
I'll try one more time.
Down at the bottom, but
all right. While I do that,
one of my favorites.
While I do that, I'm gonna say Jason Brown, either River or I can send you some pictures of his knives. Okay, I'm sorry. Jason's one of my. I don't have Instagram, and I'm not gonna have Instagram, and yeah. So
and Jason, that's fine. I don't blame you. There's a lot of undesirable stuff with Instagram and Facebook, but you can be an anonymous guest. Well, maybe not anonymous, but you can be a guest on Instagram. You don't have to make an account. You can just go, through your web browser to Instagram, and you can see my stuff. And then if you want to contact me through email, that's awesome.
All right, stop me where we're looking here.
Okay, we'll just keep rolling here for a minute, and I'll stop you.
Okay, is this them over here?
Okay, there they are. You'll see them.
There you go, Winchester.
Yep, those are the floozies.
Yeah, floozies. There you go, Winchester. There's your answer, buddy. Oops, I went the wrong way. But anyway, there you go. And there was looked like something a little bit different. Well, that's a Hank, so that's not yours. But anyway, you get the point, Winchester. The answer is yes. And we even have this guy.
Is mine, but that's a different story.
There you go. All right, so we're gonna stop sharing and go back and see if there's a couple more questions, and then we're gonna move on to a giveaway tonight as the sun sets on River here. Let's see. Da-da-da. All right. Well, I think we're out of questions anyways, guys. You're not asking them anymore.
Well, KC, let me just say thank you and Guys, this has been super fun. I'm going to bow out and I'm going to get
Yeah,
back with my family. But thank you,
absolutely.
Casey, for having me. This has been a blast. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sorry for keeping you a little later than I said, but
No, it's been
appreciate it
fun.
very much. I wanted to make sure we answered everybody's questions. All right, man. Good to have you on, and we're going to move on to the giveaway because at 9:30, Ray from Everyday City Carrier, are you happy, Winchester? Comes on, and I want to make sure I'm off by 9:30. So appreciate it, River, and we'll be in touch and definitely be talking more as I get closer to 2000 and give this away. In the meantime, I'm using this to take a lot of pictures of knives for my Instagram.
Right on.
So you guys are going to have a slightly used tray. So there you go. Everybody says good night and thank you. So
thanks, guys.
All right,
thanks,
man.
Casey.
Have a good one. Happy hunting is the other
Thank
comment you got there.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk
take it
to
easy.
you later.
All right, guys. We're going to jump into the giveaway because I am running late and I have got stuff to do. So, of course, you have got the Ren and Stimpy socks. I hope you guys really enjoyed River. Really neat guy. He does some really cool stuff. There is Ren and there is Stimpy. And we have the socks. The second thing is obviously not my Hank. I'm not giving that away. A big bag of swag. So we have, I got to show you guys something anyway. We have KnivesFAST, Butter KnivesFAST number 23. Now, guys, this is exciting. I was down. I only have that one and one more of those original run of Butter KnivesFAST. And Mrs. KnivesFAST found me a whole bunch more Butter KnivesFAST in the blue. They're a little different style, but that's cool. So it's got, there you go, Butter KnivesFAST. And on this side, Trev has already signed them. So we have got a whole nother batch. It is all safe and good. No, it's not, Winchester. Gee whiz. Oh, now I threw the knives on the floor. As far as swag tonight, we have got both of the KnivesFAST stickers. There is that one and that one. You have Big Red EDC, Jack Wolf Knives, Spider Co., Smoky Mountain Knife. Southern Edge Knife Works. Okay, Sobix. Are you serious? Yeah, Mrs. KnivesFAST takes care of me, Jason, because I can't take care of myself. Smoky Mountain Knife Works with the awesome Sasquatch there. Artisan Cutlery. Hogue Pinup Girl. I'm almost out of these. I need to contact them. Decure and Delams. DSKFS. A community with a purpose from our buddy Budgeteer Blades. Bees Blades. HEA. River's Edge Cutlery, QSP, if you can see that. We have a Wii patch, which is really cool, still in the thing. And then I'm going to add one of these Lions Jewelry and EDC stickers in there as well for you guys. So that is the swag bag. And then as far as the knives, I figured I should go to something traditional today since we talked a lot of traditionals. But this is what I had, so I hope you like it. So we have the old timer. This is with the cards, the Blazer and card combo from Old Timer. This will be given away tonight. Very cool looking traditional knife, and you got the pack of cards here. And then I'm going to throw in the Smoky Mountain Knife Works pocket sharpener as well. So you've got both of these, the stickers and the socks is what the winner for tonight will be getting. So there we go. No sales guy swag. I don't know what that means. DSKFS for sure. I like that. The Sasquatch sticker. That's one of my favorites. So I hope you guys like what we have tonight, and we will go from there. So let's see. We've got 50 people in here, so we're going to go. Keith, if you want to get ready to stick some rules up there and give me a start, that would be great. Since we're running a little late here, I'm sure Mrs. KnivesFAST is wondering where in the world I am. Okay. All right, and I have got the range, and Steve Kluver, welcome, buddy. 51, exactly. Man, my throat is dry. Yeah, DSKFS, do something kind for someone. Exactly, guys. Thank you for spelling that out. I appreciate that. I'm sure somebody must have asked. Gorilla did, apparently. That's what it is. I need socks. Very, very cool. We will do this giveaway. So the rules are Price is Right rules. Closest without going over, one guest per customer. So one guest per customer. I will give you a range of numbers you will pick. One guest per customer. Closest without going over is your winner. If we have a tie, we will do a runoff. From there, why is that a trader knife? Okay. Sorry, Winchester. See, I can't ever please everybody, man. I try so hard. I'm just kidding. KnivesFAST. Is there a new channel called KnivesFAST? That would be funny. Somebody did that. I would think that was pretty funny. Now Winchester's going to go do that. You watch. So anyway, so closest without going over, and continental U.S. mailing address is what we're sticking with for now. Oh man, come on! I'm still having trouble. There we go. All right, it's me. It's not the knife. So there we go. But that's what we're doing. Keith, if you want to stick up, hey, Manisfaction, if you want to stick up that start, I will give you guys the range for sure. Why is the knife trader? I don't understand why it's a trader knife. I guess I'm missing something, Winchester. It's an old timer. KnivesFAST. There's your start. So we will give you the range, and the range tonight is 200 to 300. One guest per customer. There you go. The boy. I built him up for months, and he took a big time turn on me during the live, hence the trader name. I guess I'm lost. Okay. I don't know what we're talking about. Are we talking about this knife? I'm confused. Okay. I don't know. Sorry, Winchester. I'm lost, but I'm always lost. It's okay. Sorry, guys, that we're running a little bit late tonight. I'm trying to get off so that I don't run over. Mary, the range is 200 to 300. You have to choose a number in that range, Mary. Welcome. Oh, Trevor. I don't think that's his knife. I don't understand why that knife has anything. Oh, the butter. Okay. I got it now. Ding, 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 ding. Trevor, he's at work tonight, so I can't fuss at him. He is at work. All right, let's see what number I wrote down here so I can start looking while you guys continue to guess. There's some good close ones here. So NYLX Chan 88, you might want to guess again, brother. That is outside the range. It's 200 to 300, not over 300. He's talking about my son, Trevor, who hasn't been on here in a while because all he ever does is work now. Yeah, I am very slow. I've never claimed to be fast, except KnivesFAST. Okay, whatever. All right, let's get some more. Come on, me with knives. Come on. You guys are so mean. Oh, I have one more announcement. If everything goes well this week, thank you, Mark Carrera. Appreciate it. If everything goes well this week, JB and I should sometime early afternoon Eastern time, Friday, be doing a month in review live, maybe like 1 p.m. my time on Friday. So be looking for that. It'll be me and Big Red EDC live with month in review. All right. So if we're going to get off in time for Ray, we need to wrap this up. So Keith, give it about another 15 seconds and give me a stop, and we will move along. By the way, I'm loving this nimble. This thing is super nice. That action on that flipper is ridiculous. Super, super nice. And on the middle finger flick. Yeah. I'm surprised. I wonder if Kevin's taking this apart because it's very, very nice. And I actually dig the frag pattern. I didn't think I would, but I do. All right, go ahead and give me a stop if you would. There, Mr. Keith. Oh, wait, you're still dealing with somebody trying to get the range. Go ahead, let that happen first. And Josh Worth, if you haven't guessed, you need to give me a number quickly between 200 and 300. Between 200 and 300. Quickly, because we're going to close this out because we got to get off of here before Ray starts his stream. Brandon, I can see why, brother. Just money. Let's see. Does it shake loose? No, it doesn't. Wow. This thing is really, really nice. Josh has his number in. Did we get the other guy's number correct, Keith? Okay. Tell you what, go ahead and give me the stop and we'll move on if you would. Thank you, Josh. And hey, Jason Brown, check out this jimping. See, if you're going to do jimping, give me jimping. Look at that. Way out here where I can choke up and have my thumb. Plenty of jimping. That's what I'm saying. I just don't like having jimping where my thumb ends up past the jimping. It doesn't make any sense to me to not have jimping. If you're going to have it where there's enough. That's all. All right. Let's see the stop, Keith. I'm done. I'm moving on. Ray's going to be mad at me. Do the 5. Do the 5. I don't know what that means. Here, I'll put the stop up there. Yeah, Jason calls me a jimping snob for sure. All right, so stop it is. And we will now reveal no more guesses. And we will reveal the number. And I will need to go back and look because I was talking too much. So here is the number 217. 217. Kiefer, if you want to go back, there's a stop. Woohoo! If you want to go back and help me find a 217 or the closest without going over, that would be great. So I'm going to start looking. I see a 213 from Tim. Rusty just below that. 212. Nope. Still looking, guys. 223 just over Andrew. 204 for Keith. A little low there, buddy. 218 Grumpy. 1 over. Man, good try. Man, is 213 really going to be the closest? This can't be right. There were 50 people on here. There has to be somebody closer. Guys, I think 213 is going to be the closest. Unless somebody sees something else. Yeah, let me look one more time. I'm waiting for Kiefer to say something, but I think Tim B at 213 is the closest I have seen. Yeah, Tim B. Does anybody else see anything closer? Let's see, Kiefer. NYLX Chan, I did not see you with that number, buddy. Unless anybody else saw him with 213, I sure didn't see it. So it's Tim B. Is that what you see, Kiefer? 213 for Tim. Do you see any other 213s? Winchester, you done, man. And Kiefer, can you confirm that it's the one you see is Tim? Tim B, please confirm because we have somebody else claiming the oh, okay. All right. Good. All right. Got you, Chan. Thank you very much. All right. So Tim, what you need to do is go to your email and send me an email at knivesfast@gmail.com, and I will get the winnings out to you ASAP. Thank you so much. I did want to no, you're fine, man. I'm confused all the time. It was a rough day for me. If for those of you that missed the beginning, kind of lost a friend today and had kind of a rough day. So brain's not in the right place, and I apologize for that. And it was good that I had River on to help me get past all that. So that if I had to do it by myself tonight, I think it would have been pretty tough. So thank you very much, River, for coming on, and thank you guys. Now, everybody go on over to Ray Everyday City Carry. He's got a live right now, just started. I just got the notification. So if you guys go over there, tell him, sorry, we're a little bit late tonight, and we will go from there. Again, Friday, JB and I live sometime Friday afternoon. I'll put it up and let you guys know on the community page, and we will go from there. Got some cool reviews this week. Thank you, Winchester, man. I really do appreciate you guys. I know I pick on you, Winchester, but you pick on me too. I appreciate you. It's I know, John. It's exactly right, man. It's a good place to come when you're down because everybody lifts you up. So it was more hard helping other people who were really having a hard time, and then I have to come figure out my emotions after that. So I will do that, Lion's Jewelry. I'll keep one. As a matter of fact, I'll set it aside right now. I appreciate that. So thank you guys so much. Please go over and check out Ray. Tell him I'm sorry we're late. Just a lot going on tonight. So thank you very, very much. Again, great reviews coming this week, so be looking for those. And guys, I'm sitting 80 under 2,000. So if you know people that aren't subscribed to the channel, please bring them along, please. And by the way, if you didn't see, JB is trying to get Zach stuff over 10,000. So check out Zach. If you're not following Zach's stuff on YouTube, you guys should definitely check out Zach. Please do that and subscribe to him. I almost forgot to mention that. And no, I appreciate it, Winchester. And I know you're messing with me, brother. Leo, thank you very much. I don't know, Lions, Leos, whatever. Thanks, John. Appreciate it, guys. Tim, thank you. Everybody else, Zach to the moon. Exactly. Get Zach up there over 10,000. Appreciate it, guys. My throat is gone because I've been talking too much. So I am out of here. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.